In fact, I'm pretty sure it's yo ho ho, right? I mean, how the hell do I not know my own tagline to start off? Dom Mafia, welcome to yet another edition of Dom Mafia Live. Dom Mafia Live, baby. We have a lot to talk about today, okay? I did post a video about the entire cap situation with Diggs getting restructured and what that meant. In fact, I even said something ballsy by saying that Zach Ertz to the Bills is practically inevitable at this point. So I thought today's episode, I mean, we obviously just need to go through what our cap room looks like and then what Zach Ertz and Richard Sherman, what their market value looks like and whether or not that this would be a realistic move that Brandon Beane would be able to take. feel like that would be interesting. And I mean, we can go ahead and really dive into that. And I sort of want to like scroll through the internet a bit, like see if like there's like any headlines or anything within like NFL.com or something like that. Just sort of just chill, baby. It's a chill ass Saturday night. No, Friday night. Holy shit. What a year this past week was, ladies and gentlemen. It's been crazy on me. Insane. All right. So what I do want to do, obviously, your boy needs to give a couple of announcements starting off. Let me get rid of the logo up at the top here. See? And so not only am I doing the show, I am also at the same time producing it at the end. Insane. Number one, first announcements. Okay. I am giving away either a PS5 or an Xbox Series X on July 2nd, my 30th birthday. So say, for example, that you want to enter the contest. It's super easy. All you need to do is you need to be a subscriber to this YouTube channel, and you need a screenshot proof of that, and then DM it to me on Instagram at RealDanMitchell, right down there. And then voila, you are entered in to win a potential next gen console. Super, super exciting. Number two, Discord. Okay. This is probably one of the funniest chat rooms I've ever been a part of in my entire life. It's absolutely awesome. And I haven't decided whether or not that I'm taking in calls today. I probably will, but I do kind of want to keep it focused on like these specific free agents. But in order to call into the show, you need to be a part of the Discord server. So go on ahead, hit that link in my description, join, have that tab pulled out, etc. And then once I'm ready to start taking calls, just go to the stage and boom, you're right there. Advice, okay? Because I've seen this happen several times when I'm accepting these call-ins. Number one, I always recommend to mute the stream, because the stream's about, I think, 30 seconds ahead of what's going on in Discord. Listen to me on Discord when you're trying to talk. That's my advice once you do that. But I'll go ahead and I'll run over all the rules and stuff like that before we knock into it. But yo, without further ado, let's go on ahead and dive. All right, sick. Like I said, I kind of want to start today's stream off by seeing what's going on in the NFL. Okay, and then we're gonna have a really good time dissecting some things right here. Okay, let me share my screen real quick. Boom, 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 baby. Here we are. Here we are. Let me throw this back up there just in case anyone needs to see the goods. All right. So this is what we're rocking with. What's going on in the NFL right now? The Titans are signing a former world champion wrestler to play offensive line. I mean, if that's not a story, I really don't know what a story is at this point. I mean, first off, I think this is probably just like a joke or something like that. It's got to be. It's got to be an absolute joke. There's no way. So I'm checking out the chat right now too. One dislike, must be a Dolphins fan. Oh, that's funny, dude. No, actually, bro, somebody from the comment section was a Dolphins fan and said something super cool. They're like, yo, I'm a Dolphins fan, but I support you and I like your content. I'm like, yo, that touched my heart, man. That touched my heart. All right, the Titans' offensive line has been one of the biggest strengths in recent years. Facts. And Tennessee has agreed to terms with wrestler Adam Kuhn, a 26-year-old Michigan native and attempting to play football for the first time since he graduated high school in 2013. How does this happen? How does this happen? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Like, was this like a walk-on tryout or some shit? I've never heard of that before. Maybe during like rookie minicamp. It's just got to be like one of those puff pieces. You know what I mean? They could just put it in the middle of like their season opener pamphlet or something. Be like, oh, we brought in this wrestler and he got cut one day at a training camp or something like that. But I mean, interesting. Interesting. I mean, who knows? I mean, I've seen some crazy shit happen this year so far. It's like Tebow's back. We have Ryan Fitzpatrick on his like 30th team. I really would have loved for him to play for every single team in the NFL. I think that would have been pretty sick too. Oh, yo. I forgot about this. Cam Newton left practice today. Left practice today with an issue with his throwing hand. Dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would never. And so like I'm saying, And so I never want to see a player hurt, like ever. But I mean, it wasn't like I was scared of Cam in the first place, right? Definitely wasn't scared of Cam in the first place. So once it all kind of played out that way, I mean, that's wild. So Cam appeared to hit his right hand on a helmet during OTAs on Friday, and he was exiting the session to spend considerable time with the trainer, Jim Whalen, and one of the team doctors. We've learned in recent years how unfortunate a collision between throwing hand and headgear can cause a quarterback. Last season, it happened to Jared Goff late in the season, forcing the Rams to turn it back up John Wolford before Goff was able to return in the postseason. That's crazy, dude. That's insane. That is absurd. I mean, honestly, I think Cam's their best bet. I mean, I'm not gonna say otherwise. I mean, Mac Jones, maybe like 1 or 2 years in development, but just being thrown into the wolves. Yeah, I'm not scared of a Patriots team led by Mac Jones. I mean, I'm also not scared of a Patriots-led team by Cam Newton either, which is interesting. But I don't know. I mean, I think that Cam Newton is their best option to win. And say that he's not, then he just has a lot to prove when it comes into it. That's the way they finish in the playoffs. Okay, looks like a lot of people. Yeah, I would say that the Bills are probably ranked third, I would say. Didn't Christian Wade once play rugby, so maybe a pro wrestler? Yeah, Norm. Absolutely. That is definitely not out of the question. Definitely not out of the question. I mean, he could. What else we got here? We have the Dolphins head coach Flores downplays to his playbook comment just because he saw how much shit he got. Probably. Hooker visits Pittsburgh. Yeah, like that headline at the first page right there just said Hooker visits Pitts. I feel like they could have chosen their words a bit more carefully. I probably would have put Malik Hooker visits the Steelers. I mean, definitely something solid. What's cracking, Patriots? Gang. What's up, bro? What's up, man? That was not the story I was expecting. Yeah, no, dude, exactly. I feel like that they probably should have switched up the verbiage there. Like put Malik Hooker visits Steelers, but then they just right there. Hooker visits Pittsburgh. I mean, I wouldn't say that's newsworthy. I haven't been to Pittsburgh, but I would imagine that wouldn't be a storyline that would be completely out of the realm of possibilities. You know what I mean? Mr. Diggs, what up, buddy? How's the good life? How is the good life? Delusional Pats fan, what's good? What's up? All out Broncos, 1858. Chilling, bro. Chilling, man. We're sitting here. We're just going through some headlines real fast, and then we're going to start talking about some free agents I want the Buffalo Bills to draft. Well, not draft. Acquire in some fashion. Trade, free agency, you name it. Dominic, what's good, bro? What's good? And Hooker visits Pittsburgh, Ben Roethlisberger unaccounted for. That would be a headline. That would be a headline. Actually, have y'all ever seen this meme? By the way, this is probably like one of my favorite memes that I've ever seen. Let's see. Gotta be here. Hold on. Yes. Was this one right here where it said, I had no idea that Ben Roethlisberger was a cop in the offseason. Let's pull this bad boy out. Right there. Look at that. You can't tell me that's gold? Come here. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Come here. Let's nope. I'm not trying to search Ben Roethlisberger here. A balloon pops up, bro. I shit you not. I just searched Ben Roethlisberger's photo, and the first thing that comes up was a balloon is a flexible bag that can be inflated with gas. That's rough. That's tough. Wait, no, I don't want that. Yeah, dude, that's How ironic would that be if Ben Roethlisberger became a cop, right? Like with all the shit that he's ever done. Pretty ironic. Where are his ankles? Nobody knows, bro. Nobody knows. Yo. Hold on. This is dope. Hold on. Jonah said, my wife and I got married in our Josh Allen jerseys with Bills rings. Jonah, first off, congratulations. That is dope. Where did this wedding take place? And did you smash through a table? That's probably my next question. I think, obviously, I think everyone would like to know. It's okay. You don't need to be afraid of New England. Laughing my ass off. South Pittsburgh cop. Yinzers, bro. Some yinzers. I love it. Shit, y'all. What do you think? And so I think that it's time to start talking about why we're here. Okay, we're talking about why we're here today. And that is none other. Actually, let me get this out of the stream. Cool. Share screen, Chrome tab. Which one do I want? Boom. Right there. All right, sick. All right, y'all. This is what this is. This is the Buffalo Bills' current salary cap. As we know, right? Let's go ahead and let's talk about this for a second. So as we know, right, Stefon Diggs was restructured earlier this week. A lot of us were exceptionally happy about it. And that created a good amount of money. I'm talking $7.8, $7.7 million in additional cap. And this is where we currently stand right now in cap space, $9.8 million. Okay? Now, a lot of us are going to be like, oh, well, we just signed Russo. That is already accounted for right here, as you can see. He signed a 4-year, $11.6 million contract, about average for any other first-round pick that's around. And Jonah, yeah, dude, that's dope, man. Jacksonville, North Carolina, you know we did. Are you a Marine, bro? And so if you're a Marine, that's awesome. My brother was a Marine, actually. Well, he'll always be a Marine, but he was stationed in Jacksonville himself. Super interesting there. But yeah, so anyway, so we're talking about a couple of different things here. And when it comes down to it, look, so we're sitting at about $9 million in cap. Okay. What's scary here, what's super scary on my end is the fact that you see Josh Allen over here, market value $42.2 million at this point. So maybe a lot of us are sitting here being like, you know what, bro? Like, what if we made that move? Because that's what's coming. That's what's coming. We're just going to give Josh Allen that fat ass extension off the bat. No issues. It could happen. You really don't know. But I don't know, man. Like, I mean, right now I'm looking at that. And so I think that Brandon Beane could probably make it work. Or probably would make it work, I think, when it came down to it. But, I mean, we'll see what's going on. My chat and StreamYard stopped working, so I'm moving over to sick. Awesome. Everything is good. Everything is good in the world. All right, word. All right, so this is where we stand, 9.8 million, right? This is where everything is sort of working out to be. So now we need to start talking about what about some of these players, right? What about some of these players? Can we bring them in realistically with how everything is shaping up? And first off, I think we need to talk about Zach Ertz, right? Because right now the majority of huge social media news networks, they have the Buffalo Bills being the number one target, number one place in betting odds where it is going to land. So we are going to share the Zach Ertz tab. Boom. Right over here. Here we are. Okay. So we had 9.8 million, right? 9.8 million in cap room for the Buffalo Bills. Now, granted, what I do want to let everybody know here is this thing you see right here, this 9.3 million, that's his market value. That's what SpotTrack values him as. That doesn't mean that the Bills are going to pay him a full 9.3 because he's still under contract, right? So if you look at contract details here, if this would load. So his contract details, he still has about 3 or 4 years left when it comes down, right? And so we at least have 3 or 4 years left on his Philly contract, including this year. So Philly's going to eat some of this. And so Philly's going to eat a lot of this when it comes down to it. But realistically, $9.3 million, that's a lot, and that would essentially be the entire cap savings. I think Brandon Beane's going to be a bit smarter than that. And I could probably see Zach Ertz, like us paying him and him only hitting our cap about $2 to $3 million this year, in my general opinion when it comes down to it. And so right here, you're talking, so these comparable players, Kelsey, Doyle, Kyle Rudolph. And now we got to talk about, okay, yeah. Now we need to sit here and talk about his production, because I've been seeing a lot of people being like, oh no, like he's not too good, or he's injured all the time. So when I look at all of these players right here, you're right. And so I'd say that Zach is probably like toward the bottom tier when it comes down to game played percentage. You know what happened right there. So I lost it. Bear with me there for a second, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, there it is. Boom. Share that screen again real fast. Boom. Awesome. We back. All right, so like I said, this was his contract. He still has 3 years left, including this year. He was expected to hit about $8.5 million in base salary this year. His average salary is $4 million at this point. I'm going to go on ahead and assume that Philly's going to account for at least half of that. At least half of that. I really don't think that there's any other option at this point. You know what I mean? But let's go back to his market value real fast, because I sort of want to compare him, because a lot of people talk about, oh, he's always hurt, or this just wouldn't make sense from a fan's perspective, etc. But let's take a look at how he compares to some of the other top tight ends in the league. Obviously, you have Jared Cook, Kelsey, Doyle, Rudolph. Okay. He's played 81.25% games. So, I mean, he has been out with injuries every now and again. I'm not sure whether or not that this is last season or this is his – okay, the past 2 seasons. That's what it is. Okay, so he's played 81% the past 2 seasons from 2019 to 2020. He gets targeted, I'd say, about probably an average of 8 times a game, 4 receptions a game, 48 yards per game, and one of the better touchdowns per game, nearly over 0.25%. Dude, I mean, I'm liking it. I mean, I'm definitely liking it. And so yards after the catch. His dropping percentage is a little sus. His rating sitting at a 65. Okay. I mean, hey. And so y'all just saw online me convince myself. I'm like, damn, maybe these fools are right. But really looking at this entire situation, I'm thinking that with Zach Ertz right now, I think a lot of these past 2 seasons weren't ideal, because Philly was trash the past, the past 2 years. Since they won the Super Bowl, they just went downhill. Wentz was never the same. The offensive line was just absolute trash, and the quarterback didn't even have time to look Ertz's way. I mean, I think that he'll be all right. Yeah, Ertz would be dude. And so I don't think that he would be trash. I mean, honestly, I think that he's going to be an upgrade from Dawson Knox. And I mean, I know that we've read the stories in the OTAs and stuff. We're like, oh, like Dawson Knox spent 6 weeks or something with a hand-eye coordination coach or something like that. I mean, cool, right? Cool, but who really knows? Okay, so Zach Ertz right there. That's a breakdown. 9.3 average annual salary is his market value. Like I said, that doesn't necessarily mean that dude man is going to be paid all of that from the Bills. Like I said, he's expected about 8 point something from Philly if he were to stay there. I'm assuming that dude man is probably going to be getting paid at least half of his salary by Philadelphia, and the Bills will probably eat $3-4 million max. And I'm thinking a 1-year prove it deal, and then afterwards say that it makes sense to restructure. And Ertz can help Knox. Yeah, dude, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. All right, so we ended up talking about Ertz. Very excited about this. Now, this is another one that I think would be very intriguing for me, at least. And I really want to hear what you guys have to think about this. Okay. I'm going to share my screen here. And so I think all y'all know exactly who I'm going to look at. None other than Richard Sherman. This would be very interesting to me. I really don't know why this man is still a free agent. I really don't know. It's mind-boggling, actually. Granted, I know he's old. He's been in the league 10 years, 33 years old. He's lost a step. Trust me. I mean, he's not the player that he was when he was in Seattle. That's clear. That's not going to happen. He's not the player that is in Seattle. Right here, they're saying that Richard Sherman's market value is 9.9. He's currently ranked the 18th best cornerback in the league. His average salary is 9.9. And they're saying he's looking for a 2-year, $20 million contract. Okay. And then you look at some other comparable sort of quarterbacks. You got Josh Norman, Janoris Jenkins, who just ended up getting signed by the Titans. Chris Harris is up there. Okay. So they're saying that Richard Sherman is a slight upgrade to Josh Norman, but not quite as good as Janoris Jenkins. Okay. Played in 62% of the games. 62% of the games is kind of suspect to me. I mean, granted, he's getting older. He does get hurt. He's the worst in that category. He really is. Solid tackler. He's in the 3s. He has the second highest interception a game percentage. Second highest only to Janoris Jenkins. And, wow, he's the best rated cornerback. But granted, I mean, the thing is that he only played 62% of the games, where everybody else is above 80 at this point. But, I mean, it's damn good, bro. That's damn good. And he's above average. And so he's above the average line in just about every single category, which is crazy. This is insane. Oh, man. So with Brandon Beane, what would happen right here is I'm really not sure, to be honest with you, because his market value is 9.9, right? I don't think he's going to get that. And so I really don't think that he would get that at the end of the day. Because number one, he's still a free agent. He's been a free agent since March 16th. And Kreesby does not want Richard Sherman on this team. F Richard Sherman, bad for our morale. I don't think there's any, there's nothing wrong with a little diva in the locker room. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with a little personality, a little spice. No, dude, I mean, honestly, I think the only thing that concerns me with Sherman is really just his availability. Will he be able to stay healthy? Because he's wildly affected for his age. He still is. I don't think he's going to get $9.9 million at all. I don't know. And the Jets are going to kick everyone's butt this year. I like that. Okay, I see that per usual. We have a little argument in the chat about between the Bills and the Dolphins. Okay. Sick. Okay, so we got Richard Sherman right here, like I said. I mean, I'm really thinking that if Bean were to make a move, I'm like very skeptical about saying this, but I think I might have convinced myself. I think I would rather Sherman on this team than Zach Ertz, to be honest with you. Like, I think I would rather Sherman. I think that we can get him at a cheaper rate and we don't need to worry about a restructured. And I think that this is a win now type scenario. Really not sure what you guys think about that, but I think that this is just insane. It's crazy. Yeah, I think Sherman would be like two, maybe $3 million, 1 year prove-it deal. Like, I think I would much rather go with Sherman than I would with Zach Ertz. That's me. Okay, so we're going to get out of that. And damn. That's really where it's all been, ladies and gentlemen. First off, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I wanted to go on ahead and just do like a super quick stream, say what's up. Really wanted to talk about everything. Sorry I couldn't accept calls tonight. I'm probably going to go live again sometime this weekend, and I'll do strictly a call-in show, and then hopefully we'll be able to have some topics to talk about. I figured that I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on everything as far as where I see the Buffalo Bills going into. I still see them getting one of those free agents. Trust me. And so, I mean, I think that the Buffalo Bills are legitimately going to get Zach Ertz. I mean, I think that there's no reality in this realm that suggests otherwise. I mean, the writing's on the wall. We made the move at the right time. Zach Ertz is clearly still unhappy with his organization. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, I'm thinking that Zach Ertz is about to be a Buffalo Bill. It's just kind of how it is. Dom Mafia, thank you so much for tuning in to a brief edition of Dom Mafia Live. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be on the lookout for a video tomorrow, per usual. I'm going to be dropping my daily video. I'm pretty sure today I hit 30 in a row, 30 videos in a row. 335 days to go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for all of your support. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow, and let's go.